Okay. Good morning. Can we meet you, please?
Hi viewers, my name is Olumayowa Victor Ogunshola, Mayor. It's been a while that I've uploaded any videos on YouTube. I've been very busy with teaching and making all kinds of research. But the good news is I've got some information to share with us this morning. This morning I'll be speaking on an important field of business management. And this morning we will be sharing so much knowledge on marketing. Thank you and enjoy, please.
Can you please explain what marketing is?
Oh, marketing. First of all, I'd like to say that marketing is part of the field of business management. So therefore, marketing is a management process. I repeat that, marketing is a management process. As defined by the Chartered Institute of Marketing, CIM, they define marketing as that management process that helps to identify, anticipate, and satisfy customer requirements at a profit. Let me break that down, guys. It simply means that all business organizations have to firstly identify the needs of their customers. Because if you don't identify the needs of your customers, you will be coming up with the wrong products and customers will not be interested. And that's a big waste. So you have to identify the needs of your customers. You have to come back to your organization and anticipate on the needs of your customers. And lastly, you have to do everything to satisfy those customers' needs. So I take it again. According to the Chartered Institute of Marketing, CIM, marketing is a management process that helps to identify, anticipate, and satisfy customer requirements at a profit. Now, we've got so many definitions. There's a professor in Finland, a Finnish professor, Professor Christian Gurus. He defines marketing as that concept that helps to enhance relationship between customers and business organizations. So the professor is simply saying marketing is that process that helps to establish relationships between customers and the organization, that helps to maintain relationships between customers and the organization. So that's what marketing is. Every business organization that wants to survive, that wants to gain competitive advantage, needs to have an effective marketing process. That is, you've got to identify your customer needs, you've got to anticipate on those needs, and you've got to satisfy your customers. But just last week, I was in my office and I kept thinking about it. I came up with my definition for marketing, and I think marketing is the process whereby a business organization use the 7 P's to satisfy and exceed their customer organizations. What are these 7 P's? Business organizations must use the product, must use their price, must use the place, must use their promotional techniques, must use their people, must use their processes, and must use their physical layout to satisfy and exceed their customer expectations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Over the years, has there been any changes in marketing?
Oh, marketing over the years has not been the same. There's been a change. Let me put it this way. There's been an evolution in the trend of marketing. The very first era of marketing was that production era. In that era, business organizations did not care about customers. What they cared about is mass production. They used the technique of mass production for the getting profit. They kept producing. Quality was not something to be considered. Let's produce. That was the era that Henry Ford said, as long as it is black, keep producing. Mass production, production upon production, without taking customers into consideration. Then we moved from that era into the product era. In the product era, it wasn't much of mass production, but quality was beginning to, we began to consider quality. However, we didn't consider what the customers want. So for business organizations, you think that you are giving quality to customers, but what is quality? Edward Deming said quality can only be defined by the customers. So in the product era, there was quality, but that quality was not what the customers wanted. And then we moved to another era, the selling era, aggressive sales. I think that's still happening now. Have you been to the mall? You've parked your car in the car park of the mall, and before you come back, there's a leaflet on your car window. Or have you woke up in the morning and you've got Pizza Man put something, leaflet about pizzas, the new pizza shop, in your post box? That's aggressive sales. That's still happening now. It was just by crook or by hook, we've got to sell to the customers. And after the aggressive sales era, which is the selling era, we came up with the marketing era. And in the marketing era, that was the era where customer needs were identified, customer needs were anticipated, and customer needs were satisfied. And that was the marketing era. And after the marketing era, we came up with the ethical and social responsibility era. This is the era where business organizations went beyond what is required of them by the law. Business organizations wanted to impact the social welfare of the environment that they operated in. If you ask me, which of the eras do we find around today? I think we have a bit of everything around. You still have aggressive sales going on. You still have organizations, most organizations are practicing the marketing era, which is identifying and satisfying customer needs. Most organizations now engage in CSR. But I would recommend that any organization that wants to be the leader in their industry, that wants to gain competitive advantage, should have a mix of the marketing era and the ethical and social responsibility era. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you please tell us what are the main benefits of marketing?
The benefits of marketing are numerous. Well, I wouldn't just say marketing, because there is marketing and there is effective marketing process. It allows business organizations to make profit, definitely. Promotional techniques. It allows business organizations to tell the world, the target market, what they have got to offer. Benefits of marketing. It helps the organizations to build long-term relationships with their customers. It helps the organizations to know what their customers want and to tailor their services to meet the needs of the customers. Benefits of marketing. It helps communications between organizations and the customers. I can go on and on to talk about benefits of marketing, but I must warn that it comes with some cons. I wouldn't like to use the word negative, disadvantages of marketing. No, it comes with some kind of cons. For example, let me tell you, it is time consuming. You want to have an effective marketing process, it is time consuming. It can be very, very expensive. Imagine a new company starts up in Nigeria, and they're starting in Lagos, but they want the entire Nigerian market to be the target market. They've got to spend money in all 36 states. Do we understand that? It can be very expensive, and it includes or involves rigorous research. So marketing, it's numerous benefits, but it comes with some cons as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. How can a business organization make use of marketing effectively?
For business organizations to make use of marketing effectively, we indeed have numerous marketing techniques and marketing strategies. So if you are a business organization, a private business organization, public sector business organization, multinational, and you're listening to this, there's numerous marketing techniques that you can engage in or make use of that will allow your organization to benefit from an effective marketing process. I'll mention a few. Let us start with the Ansoff matrix. The Ansoff matrix is the Ansoff market product growth matrix. The Ansoff matrix has got 4 components. We have the component of the market penetration, where you have the existing products in existing markets. We have the concept of the product development, where you have new products in existing markets. We have the concept of market development, where you have existing products going into new markets, and we have the diversification concept, where you have new products going into entirely new markets. I'll just break it down. So if business organizations want to make use of this strategy to enhance the effective market process, let's talk about the first one, market penetration. Here you are talking about existing products in existing markets. You're not coming up with any new product. You use the same product that you have and in the same market. No new products, no new markets. You keep doing what you are doing. Using this strategy will allow business organizations to dominate the industry. Using this strategy will allow organizations to be the leader in the industry. Using this process will allow the organization to gain the most competitive advantage in the industry. So let's take an example. We've got Mr. Biggs in Nigeria. So Mr. Biggs will not come up with a new product. They will not go into new markets. They would remain in Nigeria and keep doing what they can do. However, they are allowed to reduce prices. They are allowed to add new features. They are allowed to improve their methods of operation, but there would be no new product and there will be no new markets. That is market penetration. We go now to the next, which is the product development, which is adding a new product in the existing market. I'll still use Mr. Biggs. Mr. Biggs is known for snacks, and you have your jollof rice and all that. So imagine that Mr. Biggs now begins to add the Nigerian local food in the same restaurant industry. So now they begin to serve our local dishes. I mean, all traditional dishes which they do not have before. Therefore, Mr. Biggs will now gain more customers, because I tell you, some customers have not been patronizing Mr. Biggs because they say, I eat only local food, I don't eat snacks. But introducing new products in the new market will help Mr. Biggs to gain more customers, and this can be used when business is not going well. So if business is not going well, you can think of bringing a new product into your existing market. We go to the next concept, which is market development. Here you are taking your existing product into a new market. Take, for example, Mr. Biggs is now moving to Gambia. Oh, we are good in Nigeria. We're the #1 brand in Nigeria. However, we are now going to the Gambia, and that will be Mr. Biggs taking its product into a new market. This is very good strategy for expansion. If you want to expand your business, you should be looking into the market development concept, okay? And the last one is diversification. New product, entirely new market. Imagine Mr. Biggs now say, we're not going to be Mr. Biggs again, we are going to be an hotel. I don't know why any organization would want to do this. This is a very risky strategy. So that's one of the techniques that business organizations can use to benefit from effective marketing process. Another one is having an effective marketing plan. What is a marketing plan? A marketing plan is a document showing the step-by-step of how your business organization intends to meet and exceed customer expectations. So what are the steps to your organization having an effective marketing plan? First of all, you develop a marketing plan. Once you develop the marketing plan, you review your company's mission statement. Why? Because your marketing plan must be in agreement with your company's strategic and mission statements. What's the next thing you do? You set objectives at corporate and market level. Again, making sure that the all marketing operations is in alignment with your company's strategic objectives. The next thing is to carry out a SWOT analysis. All business organizations must carry out a regular SWOT analysis to identify the strengths within the organization, to identify the weaknesses of the organization, to identify the opportunities that are there for the organization, and to know of the threats that can be there for their organization. The next thing to do is now to set up a strategy, develop a strategy. And once that strategy is developed, you now implement the strategy. Once you implement the strategy, you can begin to evaluate. So I've talked about 2 marketing techniques. I've talked about the Ansoff Products Market Growth Matrix, and I've talked about the marketing plan. The last one I would like to talk about is environmental scanning. This simply means that the business organization should go out there and scan the environment for information, scan the environment for the latest trends, scan the environment for the latest happenings and events, and then this can lead to competitive intelligence or market intelligence. Competitive intelligence simply means that you know exactly what's up with your competitors. You know what's happening with your rivals. Market intelligence, simple, you know what the customer needs and you are there to satisfy those customer needs. Don't forget that if you don't satisfy customer needs, you're not going to make profit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can you please tell the viewers about the marketing mix?
The marketing mix is quite interesting. Think of a cake mix. You're making a cake, you need flour, you need sugar, you need butter, you need milk, and on and on. Let's come back to marketing. So you're talking about the marketing mix. It's a combination of variables, that organizations can use to satisfy their customer needs. What are these variables? You've got the 7 P's. So the marketing mix is a combination of using the 7 P's of marketing to satisfy and exceed your customer mix. I'll run through the 7 P's. The first P is your product. The first P is your product. And products can be tangible, what we can see, what we can take home, and intangible service. So customers like quality products. So when you're offering your product, it must be quality product. The most important thing is you must have made your research so that you identify the exact kind of products that the customer wants. And that's the marketing mix P, product. I go to the price. Oh, business organizations must have particular prices for their product. What is the value of that product? That is the price. What are the factors to think about before you set your price? You have to think about your profit. You don't want to set a price that will make you go at a loss. So you want to set a price that will allow you to make profit. You want to set a price that the customers will be able to afford. You think about your cost price, cost of production, before setting your price. Now, what pricing strategies would you use to satisfy your customers or to gain more customers? Different pricing strategies. You've got a penetration strategy. This penetration strategy is good for new businesses. You are new in the market. There's so many other competitors in the market. You offer the low price so that you gain customers. The customers become loyal to you, and then you can raise your price. That's the penetration strategy. However, we have another strategy called skimming. This skimming strategy, you go off with a big price. Why would you do that? Because you have got monopoly in that industry. So you came up with a first idea of that, the first business idea. Nobody is doing that kind of business. It's just you. You can afford to set high prices, and when you now have competitors, you bring your price down, and that's the skimming strategy. The next strategy is the competitive pricing strategy. You look at what your competitors are charging, and then you set the price similar to your competitors' price. Another pricing strategy is the loss leader strategy. This is quite controversial. You set prices below your cost price. If it's a supermarket, for example, for dairy products, say milk, you set your price below all other supermarkets. If all other supermarkets are selling their milk for, say, 100 naira, you sell milk for 95 naira. But the aim there is to make is that you are open, that when people come into your supermarket to get milk, they're going to get cornflakes, they're going to get bread, they're going to get custard or sugar to go with the milk. So that's the loss leader strategy. The last strategy I'd like to talk about is the psychological strategy. Have you been into a shop and you see a TV that is meant to be sold for, say, 100,000 naira, and they tell you that they're selling that TV for 99,999 naira 99 kobo, and that's a psychological pricing strategy. It doesn't make sense to me anyway. So those are the kind of pricing strategies that organizations need to know. So I've talked about product, I've talked about price. The next P will be place. What does place mean to your organization? In this day and age, place is not just physical shop. Place can be online. That's why we got our Konga, we've got our Jumia. But most important thing is that place must be convenient for your customers. When we talk about place as well, we're talking about the various distribution channels. Are you getting products from producer to consumer straight away? Are you getting it from producer to wholesaler to consumers? Or is there a retailer or an agent involved? So place, most importantly, again, I say, must be convenient to the customers. We have our P again, which is promotion. This is simply the process of telling the customers what your organization has to offer. Are you using billboards? Are you using the radio? Are you using the TV? Are you promoting your business operations in the magazines? How are you advertising your product? This day and age, you can advertise on the blogs, you can use websites, you can use the YouTube. I think that business organizations must use a combination of these different promotion techniques. So those are the 4 P's: price, product, place, and promotion. The traditional 4 P's of the marketing mix. But of late, more recently, Booms and Bittner came up with an additional 3 P's. That's the people, process, and physical layout. They said, why would you just talk about product, price, place, and promotion and not talk about people? People are within business organizations. It's people that make the product. It's people that set up the place. It's people that use those promotional techniques that we're talking about. So people within business organizations are very important. They reflect the culture of the organization. So your organization should have the right people, the qualified personnel to satisfy customer needs. We talk about process. Your process are the different ways you go about your operations. Are there subscriptions involved? Do we have to register? Is there a payment plan? What happens if there's default payment? All these are processes, and processes must not be difficult. Processes must be easy to use within business organizations. I think I've got the last bit to talk about now, and that's physical layout. So we are talking about the use of space within your business organization, the appropriate use of colors within your business organization. What's the ambience? What's the kind of music that we have? If you've got a supermarket, is it, for example, look at what I've got here. This is an example of physical layout. This is a library, and you can see the books are well arranged. Look at the use of space within this small library. You can see, and this is an example of what we mean by physical layout. So all business organizations must make use of their space appropriately, colors appropriately, and that's what we mean by, those are the 7 P's of marketing. 7 P's of marketing simply means combination of the 7 P's to satisfy and exceed customer expectations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And lastly, any word for your viewers, for your listeners?
I've got word for my viewers. I really think that you have enjoyed this session on marketing. Just a quick recap. I've talked about definition of marketing from the CIM. Identify your customer needs, anticipate on those needs, satisfy those needs, because you've got to make a profit. Remember, Peter Drucker said business organizations are in need because we've got to make a profit. Then I talked about the different eras of marketing, from the production era to the product era to the selling era to the marketing era to the ethical and sustainability era, and those are the different eras of marketing. I think if I had a business organization, I would be using the marketing era and the ethical sustainability era. And then we talked about the benefits and the not disadvantages and the cons that will come with an effective marketing process. Simple put, it helps you to get more customers, helps you to make profit, enhances relationships with customers, better communication with your customers. It can be rigorous, it can be expensive, it can be time consuming. And then we talked about marketing techniques that organizations can use, the Ansoff matrix, where you have your existing products, existing market penetration, where you have your new products in existing markets, product development, where you have your new product going into new markets, market development, where you have your new product going into new markets, diversification. We talked about environmental scanning. You have to scan your environment regularly. You can make use of your pest tool analysis to scan your environment. The political factors, economical factors, socio-cultural factors, technological factors, legal factors, environmental factors. You need to know what's happening in all those components of the pest tool before you set up your business organization. And then we talked about the marketing mix, the 7 P's of the marketing mix: your product, your price, your place, your promotion, the people, the processes, and the physical layout. These are the combination of P's that the organizations must use to satisfy and exceed their customer needs. I think it's been a wonderful presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. We do welcome feedback. If you've got any kind of feedback for me, you can send me an email at dmayorforyou@gmail.com. That's Delta Mango Alpha Yankee Oscar number 4 U for umbrella @gmail.com. Also, I use this opportunity to talk about free management materials, which is a business management group I've set up on Facebook with some colleagues from London, United Kingdom. All students are encouraged to go on free management materials on Facebook. Just type in free management materials and we will be there to assist you with any topic from business management. As well, I'd like to talk about something I've got passion for, and that's African unity and African development. Are you African and you're looking at me right now? I am challenging you to make African unity and African development your utmost priority. I challenge you to become very patriotic to the African continent. Africa first. Forget about your tribe. If you're Zulu, if you're Igbo, if you're Hausa, if you are Ashanti, I don't know, forget about your tribe. Make the African continent come first. Be patriotic to the African continent. Only Africans can develop Africa. So you're listening to me and you want to be part of this Africa Must Develop movement, please go on Facebook and like our page. You will find us on Facebook. Just type in Africa Must Develop, AMD. Africa Must Develop, AMD on Facebook. Are you on Twitter? We've got Twitter handle as well. It's @AMD Now. @AMD Now. And you can visit our blog regularly. It's www.amdnow.blogspot.com. www.amdnow.blogspot.com. marketing.blogspot.com. Thank you very much. Cheers.